any transaction where purchase or sale of a commodity, including stocks and shares, is carried out without an actual delivery is defined as a speculative transaction, which is also known as an intraday transaction. Hi everyone, I am Bhavna from ClearTax. In today's video, let's understand how the turnover and gross profit of intraday trading or speculative business income is calculated. Now, let's look at how to calculate the turnover of intraday transactions. Calculation of turnover for intraday trading is different from the turnover that we calculate in a normal business. In a normal business, the sale value of the commodity or stock is considered as turnover, which is not the case in intraday trading. The turnover from the intraday income is calculated as an absolute total of the difference between purchase and sale of the stocks. Absolute total means a cumulative total of all the positive and negative differences between the purchase and sale prices from the trade. Hence, you have to add all the differences irrespective of whether it's a gain or a loss to derive at the turnover amount for speculative business. Let us understand the calculation of turnover concerning intraday transactions with an example. Mr. X has executed intraday trade for 3 stocks A, B and C. For stock A, 100 units are purchased at rupees 200 per unit price, making a total purchase value of rupees 20,000. Whereas it is sold on the same day at rupees 250. The total sale value is rupees 25,000 and hence difference between purchase and sale value is rupees 5,000, which corresponds to gain. Similarly, there is a gain of rupees 10,000 from stock B as sale value is rupees 70,000 for all units and their purchase value is rupees 60,000. However, there is an intraday loss of rupees 6,000 from stock C. 300 units of stock C are purchased at rupees 400 per unit, whereas sold at rupees 380 per unit. Hence, the total sale value is lower than the purchase value, that is rupees 1,14,000 minus 1,20,000, resulting in a loss of rupees 6,000. Now, in order to calculate the turnover, we have to take total of all the differences between sale and purchase value irrespective of gain or loss, that is rupees 5,000 gain plus rupees 10,000 gain plus 6,000 loss is equal to 21,000, which will be considered as turnover. Hence, here we don't deduct 6,000 but add them to derive at the turnover. This is an important concept to be understood for calculating the turnover of intraday. The same is applicable for turnover calculation concerning futures and options as well. Now, let's look at how to calculate gross profit for intraday transactions. The gross profit of the intraday trading is calculated in the same way as profits or losses are calculated normally. That is, all positive gains are added whereas all losses are subtracted to derive at the gross profit value. Now, let us understand how gross profit is calculated for an intraday transaction with an example. For stock A, intraday profit is rupees 5,000, which is the difference between sale value in column E and purchase value in column D. Similarly, stock B has a gain of rupees 10,000, which is the difference between sale value and purchase value. However, stock C is sold at a loss of rupees 6,000 as sale value is less than the total purchase value. Now, in order to calculate the gross profit, we have to add all the intraday gains and subtract all the losses. That is 5,000 gain plus 10,000 gain minus 6,000 loss, which is equal to 9,000. Now, let's look at how to calculate the expenditure for intraday trading. Businesses have direct and indirect expenses. Intraday trade transactions also function in a similar way. Direct expenses include securities, transaction tax, which is STT, and brokerage, which are directly related to the purchase and sale of the stock. Indirect expenses include expenditures incurred for telephone bills, interest, salary paid to any employees, if any, stationery expenses, etc. Please note, most of the brokers that provide a P&L statement, that is profit and loss statement for intraday trading and capital gains, already deduct the direct expenses and give you the gross profit amount. In such case, only indirect expenses, if any, need to be claimed in your ITR. These indirect expenses get deducted from the gross profit to arrive at the net income from the speculative activity, which is chargeable to tax. I hope you found this video helpful. If you like this video, please do like, share and comment, and do subscribe to our channel so that you get a notification every time we upload a new video. Stay tuned for more updates.